Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, guys, if you watched my super tiny PR haul, you guys would have seen that I got in a huge box from Odenseyes Cosmetics. So in today's video, I'm reviewing this entire box right behind me, tell you guys all about this brand, trying out their products, and seeing the big hype about this. Because when I said I got their box from them, so many of you guys were in my comment section and my DMs going, oh my god, they're amazing. So I can't wait to dive in. So if you guys are definitely interested, then please keep on watching. Oh man, I haven't sat down to film in over a week, and this is really nice. If you guys didn't know, last week I actually went to Georgia with my husband and my two dogs, and so I pre-filmed everything because I just want to make sure you guys did not miss any uploads for me. So now I'm sitting down to actually film, and I'm so excited because it has literally been like a hot minute since we just like chit-chatted together. So let me grab this big old box of goodies right here. Now, like I said in that PR haul, I never get PR. It's very few and far between that I do. And typically, whenever I get any sort of PR, there's a lot of stipulations that come with it. Like, you need to do X, Y, Z, post this, post that. And it's just honestly so tiring. It's at the point now where I just like don't respond to anybody. But I was not expecting to get this. Like, this was something that I was just definitely taken aback by. And I got emotional in the video, like a little bitch. But it just was overwhelming to me because I'd never received a PR box like this before where they literally put in so many products. I'm like, wait, what? Usually I just get like a product here and there, but like not like a whole like collection. I was like, oh my god, this doesn't happen for me. So I'm so excited. We're gonna dive into Odenseyes Cosmetics. Now, if you guys don't know, this brand is a Swedish brand, so there's like a whole mythology behind this. So one of the first things they did gift was like this really beautiful like scarf. This is the Norren sisters, like the three sisters. It's really soft, really pretty, and I kind of want to like do a look inspired by this today. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this and say that if I butcher any names, I am so sorry. You guys already know that I struggle to pronounce English words, so me trying to pronounce like Swedish words, it's gonna be fun for both of us. So in this box, it says the Norren series. It says, in Norse mythology, three sisters weave and guard the web of fate. They also attend the spring of life that supports the world tree. The Norren sisters are the most powerful beings in the cosmos. Erd, the past, lends her name for the well of fate. Vernandi, the present, symbolizes the process of becoming. And Skuld, the future, is the youngest who decides the future. The 4 eyeshadow palettes, one 16-color eyeshadow palette and 3 6-color eyeshadow palettes in this series are inspired by the Norren sisters in the packaging design, color selection, and the names of the eyeshadow colors. We also selected the 3 handmade highlighters that reflect the Norren treasures, the web of fate, the spring of life, and the world tree. By creating the Norren series, we paid tribute to every goddess out there who controlled her fate through the rough year and is directing her bright future. The Norren sisters live in each and every single one of us. That's so cute. So if you guys didn't see the video, they literally got, I'm not kidding, gifted like these right here are 6 eyeshadow palettes. I'm like, oh my god, there's like 6 eyeshadow palettes. That's insane. We got a highlighter palette, and we actually got 3 eyeshadow palettes, and then we also got 3 highlighters to go along with that. Obviously in today's video I won't be able to play with every single eyeshadow palette. Like, that would also just be a very long video if I did, but I will go over them. I'll talk about the price points, and yeah, so one of the first things we see right here, this is the Alvini Mini Ocean palette. This is a really beautiful palette. So if you guys want to take a look, like I said, I showed these in all the videos, but here we have this palette right here. So you get 5 shadows in here. You guys were raving about the duochrome. You guys said the duochromes in these palettes were unlike any other, and you guys were telling me how amazing that they are. So I'm excited to play with those. I can't just get over how gorgeous this packaging is. It is unbelievably gorgeous. So this is the Alva2 Mini Sky palette. It is just such a pretty palette. Like, I just love the colors. It is so pretty. So pretty. So it looks to be that these are $16.90 in the euro form. I don't know what that translates to the US dollar. I wonder if I could switch that. Oh, yes, I can. All right, now I can get a better price point. Okay, so these right here do retail for $21 a piece, or if you are in the UK, they do retail for $16.50. So you do get 5 shadows in each of these little mini palettes right here. And I have to say, the packaging on these are so freaking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We had the Vernandi. This is one of the sisters right here. And they have like a nice hefty weight. They do not feel cheap in the slightest. They actually feel nice, sturdy, and expensive. And this is how the palette looks right here. I definitely be swatching some of them. I don't want to swatch every single one because that's just a lot. But like, that is stunning. That is like such a stunning palette. Okay, like for example, this is called right here, Hope and Utopia. Now you guys had been very, very clear to swatch the duochrome shimmers. Those are pretty. So here we have the swatch right here. Not, honestly, not overwhelming. I kind of expected more based upon the comments, but that doesn't mean they don't perform very, very, very well. I could tell you right now that was super, super soft. Super soft. And the color scheme, like this is something I might want to like create because it's like a pastel rainbow. Oh, it's so pretty, the pastel rainbow. I love it. So here we have Earth. Now this is the only thing I don't understand. Like maybe maybe because it represents the sister. Oh. Okay, so maybe I thought the outside packaging would match the inside, but I think they're matching what the theming of this sister is. So here we have this one shade right here. This is beautiful. This is called Luxury. Stop it. Stop. What? No way. Okay, but that is beautiful. Don't mind my horrible swatch, but that's beautiful. Oh my God. That went on like a dream. Okay, all right, guys. I see what you're talking about. Now, all these little mini palettes I'll show you here, they all have the same price point of the $21. So here's the last one. This is the Alva2 Mini Forest palette. And here we have the colors right in here. Very, very beautiful. I do want to swatch this one. This is Shine. It's like a light baby blue. Oh, that's so pretty. Now, this one isn't as vibrant, but that went on so nicely. Just glided on like butter. Now, I will go ahead and preface this that just because I got this in PR does not mean I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion. I will always tell you guys what I really feel. So, all right, next we have the Alva2. This is the highlight palette right here, and this does retail for $33. A little pricey, but God, this packaging, I can never get over how beautiful the design of the packaging is. It's so nice and heavy. It is stunning. And when I saw this, this is just beautiful. Like this shade, Salamander, it looks like it has white, blue, gold reflex. Oh my God. That is beautiful. That is really, really pretty. They also have a underneath, I might be saying that wrong, but here we have another swatch of that highlight right there. That is freaking stunning. So then we do have the 3 eyeshadow palettes right here. They seem to be around the same price point. So this palette right here, the Alva palette, this retails for $31 and looks to be a lot of shades in here. So I think this palette is absolutely beautiful. Now the shades are really tiny. They kind of remind me almost of BH Cosmetics when they did like their Zodiac stuff, of how tiny the shades are. But as long as the pigment's there and as long as they perform, then the size of it really doesn't matter. But these are really beautiful. Like the shade Dandelion. Oh my God, I just want to touch this so badly. That is beautiful. All right, so I just swatched 2 shadows from the palette. They are swatching beautifully. Like the shimmers are absolutely beautiful. I can see what you guys are talking about. Then we have the Alva2 palette, which just says retail for $31 as well. And here we have some more pastel colors. Now what I do see in here is that there does seem to be 2 pressed glitters. You guys know how I feel about pressed glitters. It's really, really hard for me to find a brand that I really enjoy the pressed glitters. If it's not Tati or with Love Cosmetics, I tend to not really like it. I tried them out, but they tend to just be a pain in the ass ultimately. Oh, I kind of wish that brands would just get rid of pressed glitter all around, just because they're just a pain in the ass. Just in general, they really are. All right, last but not least, we do the Norren series. So this is all 3 sisters right here. And this palette, this is probably my favorite aesthetically pleasing palette. Like it is just so beautiful. Like the color scheme is just everything to me. I freaking love it. And when you open it up, like That is gorgeous. It's nice to do with highlighters. One of the first things we have is the Norren's highlighter. This does retail for $23. It's kind of expensive for a highlight. It says right here that it is limited edition. So I do want to let you guys know, but it does look like cobblestone. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And we have another one. Let's see how this one swatches. I'm assuming this is the same price point of $23. That is beautiful. You know, it's actually so cool is that like, I feel like with some of these highlighters, they might be kind of too intense for a highlight for me, but using it as an eyeshadow, I think is where it's at. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom you guys in. We're gonna kind of mix and match and play around these palettes, and yeah, like, they're beautiful. They are like this shade right here though. Oh my God, that's beautiful. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in, guys. So I have an idea. We'll see if it works. So the first palette we're gonna go into is the Alva2 palette right here. Again, this is just so freaking beautiful. So we're gonna go into the shade Blue Peaful right here. And we're gonna take it on our bling brush. This is the Rose Gold E6. Actually, I think right now, Bling Brush is actually doing a huge giveaway. They are giving away a full set. So make sure you guys head over to their IG right now so you guys can enter. But we're gonna go ahead and just lay this down right here into the crease. I don't know if this is gonna work. I have an idea in my mind, and a lot of times I have ideas and they don't always pull off. Sometimes I'll look it up, I'm like, okay, that was a fail. And how many times have you guys been here now and seen me fail epic time, like a huge amount of times? So many. Now this does seem to be a pastel color. Now I know when it comes to pastels, the easiest way to get these to show up is to put down a white base. And I don't always do that, or like what Michaela does from TikTok, she will actually put down the base of the color that she's using, because she uses a lot of P. Louise stuff. So she'll end up putting down the base of like the colors that she's using. I need to find a small brush. So we're gonna go ahead and buff this out. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, we actually went to Georgia, and we were looking at a wedding venue actually, just because I know we're married, but we still wanted to have our wedding just because of, you know, COVID. And it is freaking gorgeous. Now, I actually did film a full vlog for my Patreon members, so they're gonna get to see all that. But guys, I'm not kidding when I say that hiking up those mountains, I was like, oh my God, I am out of shape. This is ridiculous how winded I got just hiking up those mountains. I was laughing at myself because of how winded I was. And me and Corey are like, oh my God, I mean, my legs were sore the next day. I was like, this is insane. But we got to see some really, really cool waterfalls. Like there's one right here, which I'll show you guys. We got to see the Minnehaha waterfalls in Georgia. It is freaking stunning. I swear the camera does not do justice to how big this waterfall actually is. And we got to take our dogs to it, which I was really, really happy with. It was such a cool moment, like to go, like we had to like walk up this waterfall to get to the very top, and it was so freaking beautiful, so cool, and I loved every second of it. And I'm so glad that the dogs did such a good job with it too. Like they didn't mind it. Like I was really worried they were gonna be like, ugh, what is this? But they seemed really, really cool with it. By the way, this is blending out beautifully. Oh my God, that just like blends itself. That is beautiful. I'm gonna go into the shade Aquamarine. If anyone's seen Aquamarine movie, you guys will know where that's from. That was my go-to summer movie as a kid. Anyway, it was just so freaking beautiful, just trekking up that mountain, just trekking up the waterfall. It was so nice, and that was actually going to be our wedding spot. Like that's exactly where we were gonna get married at, was right there. But it is so loud and it's so hard to actually hear anything. And then I also thought about my dad. So my dad next month on April 15th is actually finally gonna get his full hip replacement. And if you guys didn't know, last year I did a vlog for my 12 days, for my Vlogmas last year in like 2019. My dad was supposed to get a hip replacement, and then it ended up not going through. So he's now scheduled in on April 15th to get it done. And it's actually my mom's birthday too. And it's the day that Titanic sank. And it's usually the day that taxes are due. And I think it's also Emma Watts' birthday. And it's just it's a very, very beautiful holiday. And it's actually my best friend's Luca's birthday. That's when he was born. It was on April 15th. So I was actually filming a YouTube video when he was born and I cried. But yeah, so we were gonna get married right there, but we walked up the whole thing. It's a very, very strenuous walk, like really, really strenuous. You're walking on the side of a mountain, and it got very, very difficult at one point because, you know, we have the dogs and whatnot, and I was just like, I don't know if I can do this to my dad, because even though my dad's gonna have a hip replacement, the wedding is going to be in October. That's still a lot of like walking up the hill, the mountains, and then with my mom too. Like that's probably gonna be really strenuous on her. And then not to mention, you're standing right next to a waterfall, so you are getting like wet the entire time. And like the person, the wedding coordinator, is like, oh, most brides just wear like you know, waterproof boots, whatever. And I can see why. But my pants were getting so muddy and whatnot, so I decided to not do it there, even though it's so freaking gorgeous. Same thing with Toccoa Falls, because we also looked at that. I just need to make it so that it's enjoyable, not just for me and Corey, but like the biggest thing is I just want my parents there. So as long as like they can get there safely, like I really care about that, you know. I'm gonna go into the shade Mist right here because I'm trying to like somewhat emulate this palette to like an extent. So we're gonna just kind of like pop that on the inner and outer corner. So hopefully this works out. If not, I will switch it up and do something different. But we're gonna start to just place this right here only. Yeah, so anyway, it was just so beautiful in Georgia. And guys, this is the craziest thing to be excited about. This is so stupid. We were driving through Georgia and we had to stop to get some food for ourselves. And we had to stop every couple hours for the dogs, right? And when we stopped at some point in Georgia, I want to say it's near like Macon, Georgia. I could be wrong. But when we had stopped there, I shit you not, I saw a Fazoli's. I thought that was so freaking cool. I haven't seen Fazoli's since I was a kid, and I used to be obsessed with that place. And my dad would never remember this, but there was a moment when he was driving me home from cheerleading practice. Yeah, no, I was a cheerleader. And he used to be like, oh, look, Allie, it's your favorite restaurant, Fazio's. And he'd always call it Fazio's, even though it's Fazoli's. And I used to just be so obsessed with Fazoli's. I was like, this is so cool. Like, how often do you get to see like a fast food Italian place? Now, we didn't eat there because that's not really easy to drive along the road. And let's just go ahead and eat some pasta as we're driving. But I was just so like, it's a Fazoli's. It's just because it's not here in Florida. Like, they got rid of it in Florida so long ago. Probably when I was like 10 years old. Now, I'm having a harder time with this one right here. It's getting a little patchy. Like I said, I don't know if these colors go together. Now, I'm not using the P. Louise setting base. You guys told me to try something different. I got to get like the NARS or the, I got to get like the MAC or the Gerard Cosmetics paint pot, because you guys have done nothing but speak amazing things about it. But we're going to try to make this work. I mean, it looks like it's somewhat working, but I could be completely wrong and it's just not working. Okay, so then I'm going to take this highlight right here. This Norren's like Memorize highlight, and because it's just beautiful. This is the Spring of Life. I'll tell you what, that really is the Spring of Life. It is stunning. And we're going to take that and we're going to put that just right in the middle. And we're going to try to make this work, guys. Okay, well, we'll try going into the Alva2 Mini Sky Palette, and like I want this to work. Like sometimes I have a vision and then it just doesn't come to fruition. All right. Let's try this. Okay, alrighty. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, come back, and we will do the highlight together, and I will give you guys my kind of like first impressions on the Odenseyes Cosmetics. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so for the underneath the eye, we're gonna go back in with the same color. We're gonna go back in with the blue P-Foul right here, and then we're just gonna blend it out with aquamarine. And then we're gonna put on some highlight. I really don't know how I feel about this eye look, truth be told. I always tell everybody that, hey, if you mess up an eye look, the biggest thing that will save the day is lashes. And I still stand by that. I feel like lashes can literally save anything, and so maybe that's pulling this look together, but we shall see. Okay, so for highlight, let's go ahead and go into the highlight palette. And I don't want to go too heavy on the highlight, but I'm going to play with the shade underneath. I'm going to kind of mix these two shades together. I hope it blends out well. Just going to lightly just tap that onto the cheekbone. That's pretty. And just, like I said, lightly just tap that onto the cheekbone. All right, then for the inner corner, let me go back into this palette right here. We're gonna go into the illusion side right here, and we're just gonna tap that into the inner corner as well as the brow bone. Now the reason why I'm choosing this one is because I could tell that it has some purple reflex in it, which will kind of match the eye look. Yeah, purple blue, perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish off the rest of the look, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is the final look. So it didn't turn out the way that I expected. I tried very hard to emulate this gorgeous palette, and I failed miserably because of my lack of skills. However, I have to say, even though I'm not the biggest fan of how the eye look turned out, I will say that the quality of the shadows is amazing. So this palette right here, this does retail for $35 USD, and I think it might be a little bit cheaper for Euro, but the quality is there. It is very, very beautiful. I love the theming behind each palette. I love all the shades that you get. The shimmers really do have a lot of pigment to them. Now, they may not swatch the best, but I don't take my opinion off of swatches. I take it how it applies, and it applies very easily onto the eye, and it blends out very, very beautifully. Now, the mattes that I did play around with on this palette, were incredible. Like these two shades right here blended out so beautifully. They were so easy to work with, and I swear they blend very, very easily into each other. It's almost like they're blending themselves, which I can appreciate, but I really do love how the mattes turned out. I feel like the mattes were just absolutely everything to me, so it makes me excited to play around with more of this stuff. I was thoroughly impressed with how beautiful the shimmers went on and how easy they were to apply. Now this one, like I said, does retail for $35. This one retails for $31, and then the smaller palettes right here do retail for, I think it was like $23 or is it $21, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, but I know I said it earlier, but for 6 shadows, it's actually not a bad price point. The highlighters are a little expensive, but I don't really know how this brand is considered overseas because this is a Swedish brand, so I don't know if these are considered luxurious products or what. I'm not really familiar with that, but what I can say is playing around this collection, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Not only is just the packaging to die for, it is beautiful. Like they really went above and beyond when it comes to packaging each and every single one of these palettes. They're very, very sturdy. They have a very nice texture to it, and they just honestly feel luxurious. But then when you open it up, they are just beautiful to the eye as well, and the shadows just performed really, really, really nicely. I love the story behind each palette, what it represents, and like the goddess represents, and I was really taken aback. Even like these right here, these little mini eyeshadow palettes right here, they are just so beautiful. Like this one right here, I definitely want to play with this one next and create a beautiful green eye look because it is just so freaking beautiful. And you guys have talked about these amazing shimmers, and I have to say the shimmers are beautiful. I'm so glad you guys told me to check out the shimmers. The highlight, guys, this highlight, I cannot get over this Memorize. I can understand now why this is limited edition. It is beautiful. Like I'm using that for my eye today. Like see, you can be used for an eyeshadow, but this palette right here, guys, this is probably one of the prettiest highlight palettes. I swear. It is just so freaking beautiful. Like I don't even want to mess with the butterfly that's in the middle of that, but it's just so beautiful. And I mix these two together, and I really do like how the highlight is. I think the highlight is just so beautiful. I kind of feel like I'm a goddess playing with this collection. I'm not gonna lie. So I can never, ever, 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 ever say thank you so much to Odenseyes Cosmetics for gifting me this entire collection. It was completely unexpected. I thought maybe I would just get like an eyeshadow or two, but you literally gifted me so much. I can never, ever express how thankful and how much gratitude I have towards the brand. That was incredibly kind of them, and you guys already know that even though I got this in PR, I would be very, very honest about my opinion. I have been in so many other videos before, but I thoroughly have enjoyed playing around with these products, and I cannot wait to keep playing with these products, trying out all the other different little mini eyeshadows that was gifted towards me because these are just so beautiful. They're so easy to travel with as well, and I just really want to create more like goddessy vibes, more spring vibes because we're rolling into the spring season. Like this is what this collection screams to me. So please definitely go check out Odenseyes Cosmetics down below. I have listed them down below, but Thank you guys so much. This was so cool. Your brand really is your brand is really beautiful, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with next. And I know that you guys, like I said, were telling me in the comment section how much you guys love Oden Eye Cosmetics, and I'm kind of mad at myself for sitting on this because another YouTuber, Leah Janine, she talks about how great this brand was, and I've just been sitting on it, and now I'm pissed at myself for it. So definitely go check them out, guys. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4, mostly 5 times a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R4 to Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures with my amazing husband, Corey. A huge, huge thank you to all these beautiful Patreon members that you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys for clicking on this video. Whether you guys like this video, you thumbs down this video, you guys subscribe, you didn't subscribe, either way, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys right next video. Bye. All right, guys, and this is my final look. So I've got somewhere I belong. I've got somebody to love. You guys already know that I struggle pronouncing anything. You guys already know that I struggle pronouncing, obviously. Now, not only are how easy they were to apply. Now, they do make how easy they were to apply. So now if you guys don't know this brand, now if you guys makeup brand, like besides, I mean, like, because I will, so it didn't turn out how I expected.